Hi, and welcome to another lesson in our series of SolidWorks training tutorials. In this lesson, we'll have a look at multiple mates and making use of the multi-mate folder. So let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I've got an assembly file open here, and this consists of one fixed component and 5 unmated components. So let's get mating those components. So if I come up here to my mate, and if I click here on the multiple mate mode, so I get a little additional dialog box, and I'm going to create those in a folder. So make sure you create multiple mate folder so you can keep them all grouped together. And then we can just go through our parts and mate them. So first thing we do is pick a common reference. So common reference will be that inside face on that. And you can see that becomes transparent when you select that. So now, as I said, we can just pick up parts. So if I select that part, now you'll notice it's gone in, it's thrown it in a certain way. So if it's the wrong direction, you can just come down here and mate alignment. You can do it at the end, or you can do it now. You can run through the list at the end and do it, but I recommend you do it now. As you're going through the parts, you're as well fixing them as you go. So I'm going to flick that around because that needs to be there. Don't worry about the position, its relative position yet, because we have to mate those at the end anyway. And then I'll maybe pick this part next. Again, that one's the wrong way around, so I'll flip that around there. And this one here then. And that one's okay. And that one's okay. And then this one. And that one's okay as well. So that's all the parts, if you like, lined up, running through that center line. So I'm going to click OK on that, and now we can kind of move them just to see, and we put them in approximately the right position. So that one goes out there, and this one's comes out. This one actually finishes up in here, but I'll just keep it out here so I can see it just for now. On that, I'll zoom out a little bit on that. Okay, so that's our multi-mate folder created. If we go out there, you can see here. So we've got our multi-mates, and in that we've got all our little mates in that folder. So we've got a little multi-mates folder created on that. Okay, so next I'm just going to create all the other little mates to tie this together. So I zoom in here and select my mate command, and just select my edges that I need to fix them, something like that. Coincident mate, and I think this ledge here. I'm just going to make sure I get that. So that edge there, and we make that in there. Click OK. Don't worry too much about tying up them. And around here then. So with this edge, and edge of the cylinder, and then spin this around. So we select that face and that face, and we make them parallel. And I'll just undo that. I could have flipped the mate there, but I'll just make sure it's kind of, it made it parallel, but it was around that. So I'll just select that again, that edge, and that face, and that face. Again, I could have probably flipped that mate, but it's okay. So come around here then, and just line those two up. Again, make them concentric, and that's that. Okay. Okay, so lastly we just have to do a little width mate on this, so it's using the free option. So if I just first of all just select that and change the transparency in that, so I can select these items in here and select my mate then, and just clear that and select the advanced mate with mate, and it's a free constraint. So if I select that face, select my tab selection, so if I select that face and say that face for my tab selection, and then my width selections, I select that face and that face, and you can see it's a free constraint, so click OK on that. And if I just move out of that, just try that out, so you can see that locks that in place on that. So just try metric on that, and you can tie them up with photo mates if you so wish on that. If you want to stop them spinning around, you can do that. And I'll just take the transparency off that, and that's my assembly completed. So as always, if you have any questions about this video, or if you'd just like to leave a comment, feel free to pop one in the comments below, and I'll try and reply to as many as I can. While you're here, if you feel you got some value from this, if you could just hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be posting new content every week or even more often. And thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.